Here again with another Big Bang Theory Season 9 episode review video. Before I get into that though, pretty important, if you are caught up to the point where I am in rewatching, you're watching the Big Bang Theory, or you're just entirely sure, then you definitely need to take the initiative and pay attention to the episode's title, which of course I'll mention, as well as put in the description. If that happens to be the case, you found out that you're not caught up, it would be my recommendation that you don't watch this video any further to avoid any potential spoilers. This will be the Big Bang Theory Season 9, Episode 14. The title of this episode is called The Meemaw Materialization. And this will be my review, reaction, recap after just finishing watching the episode. Sheldon has a fun postal fact. The inside of our mailbox is under federal jurisdiction. And he says something about he puts his left hand in the mailbox and his right hand out of it. Federal police officer. And Leonard says something like, I would just kill him instead of breaking his hand. And then Sheldon finds out he got a letter from his Meemaw. Last time Penny got a handwritten letter was from someone that told her she parked like a blind person. Meemaw got a new set of teeth, and she found her old ones too, so she'll have her church teeth and then her, I guess, everyday teeth or whatever. She's coming to visit. Sheldon says she's the kindest person. And then Sheldon brought his Meemaw he actually bought Meemaw an iPhone for Christmas. She doesn't use it though, but his sister put it in her bag so he can track Meemaw. Meemaw has arrived. She's played by the lady that had the laundromat in Shameless that Fiona bought, if any of you are Shameless fans. I don't remember the lady's name. She was Etta in Shameless, but her name is like June something. Raj and Howard are arguing about Frozen, and then Amy has arrived at Sheldon and Leonard's place, and Sheldon knows Amy and Meemaw are going to hit it off, because they both have the same fashion sense. Yes, they have fashion. They're going to hit it off. Amy points out that Meemaw is sitting in Sheldon's spot. I don't even get to sit there. And Sheldon says, and you never will. Meemaw tells Amy the real reason she came is to size her up, as Sheldon had went in the other room. And then Meemaw got Sheldon a new train set, and Amy gets to watch him play with it. Howard and Raj meet Claire, who is a screenwriter slash bartender slash a month away from living in her car. She wants to pick Raj's play about, or Kuthrapali, about a screenwriter, a writing project that she's doing. So she gives Raj her number. Meemaw doesn't want wine. She wants whiskey. Meemaw says she doesn't like Amy that much. And Meemaw says under no circumstances will you give her that engagement ring. Knock, 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 Leonard and Penny. Knock, 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 Leonard and Penny. Knock, 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 Leonard and Penny. Sheldon says it's too chaotic over there. I can't handle that. But hey, can somebody go over there and get my train set that she got me? Raj calls Claire and tells her he has a girlfriend and tries to back out of meeting up with her. And Claire says, we're adults. We can just meet for coffee. And she said, Raj said when she said she was into him that he thought about proposing. So she says if Raj proposes, she promises to say no. Meemaw says when Amy broke up with Sheldon, it hurt him dearly. That's the big issue here with Meemaw. Sheldon calls Amy a little work in progress. And Sheldon's not a little work in progress. So Meemaw ends up coming around due to something that Sheldon says. And she ends up giving Amy her blessing. And then Amy hints to Sheldon, or hints to wanting the ring. And Sheldon says, I just gave you my virginity. Cool your jets. And then Raj gives Claire advice on changing her story in person. And then he has a vision of that's how mommy and daddy met to the kids. So like a How I Met Your Mother thing, which I've never seen the show, but I think I've seen a few episodes, but that's just how they end the show. Spoiler alert, I guess. And Claire asks him if he ever told Amy about her, her and Raj, and he says, I will, and that's what ends the episode. So this was okay. It's funny. I didn't expect Meemaw to be as stubborn as she was, and I actually didn't remember this episode, even though I've seen all these episodes before. I don't ever remember Meemaw actually being on The Big Bang Theory. I of course remember her from Young Sheldon, which I have seen the first season and then the first and last episode of season 2. So I've got some catching up on that show to do. Eventually, someday I will. So I'm going to give this one an 8.2 out of 10. The character of the episode, I'm actually going to give it to Meemaw because she was entertaining. Plus, she got to sit on Sheldon's spot. And then, as many of you know, I rate Penny because Penny is the reason why I started watching the show. In this one, especially that opening scene that she was in, she looked really good. So in this episode, I'm actually going to give Penny an 8.0 out of 10. I'm coming around now. The hair's getting a little bit longer. So, yeah, Penny is looking good. She always looks good, though, even with short hair. Just not as good. So you've heard everything that I have to say. Now it is your turn. If you're a fan of The Big Bang Theory and you want to help me out with the YouTube algorithm, please consider Hulk smashing the like button. And keep in mind, this is not the only thing that I cover on my channel. I created this channel because I wanted to talk about the things that I want to talk about. So if you go to my playlist, there's a lot of different shit that I cover on this channel. Dexter, Breaking Bad, Game of Thrones, Walking Dead, UFC, sometimes the Chicago Bulls, the Chicago Cubs, a lot of stuff, movies, movie rankings. So if there's anything that you're interested in, watch some of those videos if you have the time and let me know your feedback in the comment section. And then last but certainly not least, with this particular video, don't forget to sound off in the comment section with your thoughts on this particular video. What would you rate this episode, and whom, if you had to choose, would be your character of the episode? And if you want to do what I do and rate Penny based on how Penny looks in this episode, you can do that as well. And then last but certainly not least, don't forget to hit that sub button. Subscribe to the channel. You're watching the video anyway. Join the team, show your damn support, and be a part of something special. And you never know what you're going to see on JDev TV.